Hello everybody and welcome to Albuquerque, New Mexico for the kickoff of Week 2 of SFLm action. We're here for Friday Night Lights between the Lexington Miners and the Albuquerque Atom. I'm Jack Brown, and alongside me here tonight is James Walters. James, Lexington, the new kids on the block, shut out the Birmingham Fuel last week, and look who they're taking on this week. The team that beat the Fuel to win the SFLm championship.
Yeah, that's right, Jack, and it's going to be very interesting. Both these teams came out with a win, but Lexington, as a brand new SFLm franchise, really made a statement, just destroying Birmingham and holding them to 53 yards total offense. You know, now taking on the SFLm Season 2 champs. It will be, they're really trying to, if they win this game, everyone would definitely have to stand up and take notice and take a look at what's going to happen going forward in the SFLm season.
Yeah, they already got their first statement win last week, you could argue, but now they're looking for a second win in a row, and they're taking on the defending champs. Albuquerque's got the ball up on the tee. They're going to kick it away. Lexington will receive it for the first half. And we are underway from New Mexico. Going to be fielded right around the 10-yard line, taking past 15, 20, 25, up to the 30 with a little spin move. Going to be taken down at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, we should expect Lexington to come out, try to establish a run with second-year man Bailey O'Shaughnessy. He had a pretty decent night last week. 135 yards rushing and 90 receiving. So good all-purpose yards last week.
Dave Burr in the shotgun with 4 wide and 1 in the backfield. Low snap for Burr, looking around, going to throw to the outside, and that was going to bounce out the hands of the wide receiver. Nearly caught that one with Zachary Patton.
Yeah, he's got that was a perfect route. He had the route down, but he's got to catch those balls. Show the SFL what he's got.
Another little storyline. Both of these teams coming in with some new defensive secondary help. The Adams on the field right now is Don Fletcher, signing for this week. And on the Miners, we'll be seeing her in a little while. Isabella Blackwell coming in at strong safety. 2nd and 10. Looking around now is Burr. Burr under pressure nearly throws a pick to the linebacker. Very risky throw. You don't really want to be seeing that too often.
Yeah, you don't want to be throwing across the body in any league, even the SFLm. So he was lucky there that wasn't picked off.
So now that'll bring up 3rd and 10. So far, not as much fireworks from this week for the Lexington Miners. Dave Burr looking around, has got all day to throw, goes right over the middle, and that one's going to fall incomplete. Pass was intended for, looks like to be number 22, or, hold on a sec. Yeah, so it looks like it was just going to fall incomplete. Not exactly the best throw.
No, not at all. It is very interesting that they're trying to throw right off the bat. You know, I know Dave had 3rd best QBR last week, but they really need to try to stick to that run, establish that run, then start throwing those short passes.
Pass is actually intended for Chris Armstrong, the wide receiver, as the punt is away, fielded right around 34, going to be gaining an extra yard. Now it's time for Albuquerque to take the field. Trellis Blanton's their starting quarterback.
Yeah, he should be interesting. Albuquerque's returning 2 players from last year, Douglas Brown, the halfback, and Nate Ritters, the wide receiver.
Blanton going under center to start this drive. Short drop from Blanton. Still got a lot of time. Going to throw it over to Douglas Brown. Had no one else to throw to downfield, so he just does the little sacrificial route to the halfback and loses a yard.
Yeah, just a little bit overthrown there. The Brown had no chance of catching that ball and turning up the field. Get these early game jitters out of the way.
2nd and 11. Blanton once again going under center with the offset eye behind him, 3 wide. Very deep drop that Blanton's going to go over. Nice protection, and that was nearly going to be picked off. It was tipped around by about 3 or 4 Lexington Miners before it just falls to the ground, incomplete, 3rd and 11.
Looks like they were waiting for that all the way. They had 3 or 4 guys, like you said, just waiting for the ball. But the tip drill didn't work this time.
3rd down, 11 yards to go. Blanton now finally coming out in the shotgun. Douglas Brown right off to his left. Low snap for Blanton. Moving around in the pocket, going to throw downfield. That one's once again going to be tipped off. 4th and 11. 2 drives for these 2 teams, and both of them ended 3 and out.
Yeah, it's interesting that both of these teams look like they're trying to establish a pass right away. With Albuquerque, they got the number 1 wide receiver in the SFLm this season with Nate Ritters. But, usually try to get these guys going. You start with the running game, open up the passing game.
Snaps right where it needs to be for the punt, and the kick is away. Fielded at about the 29. Going to be wrapped up right where he stood. They're going to mark him down at the 30, and Lexington's now going to get their second shot of the day.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Lexington does if they continue to try to establish the pass or they go back to the run game. They got that good running back, Bailey O'Shaughnessy. He can catch it out of the backfield or run the ball as well.
1st and 10 for the Miners. Going to be a nice little handoff to O'Shaughnessy right up the middle. And O'Shaughnessy, nice little run by him. Gain of 7 on the play.
Yeah, right up the middle. Both of these teams, they have an offensive lineman. Both of them chose to put him in the center. So I definitely look to see them running up the middle a lot.
2nd and 3. I form 2 wide to the top of your screen. Handoff right up the middle to O'Shaughnessy once again, and O'Shaughnessy only gains a single yard. Nice little defensive line work there.
Yeah, you had outside linebacker Yakov Zolotov in there to make the stop, so it was good penetration.
3rd and 2. 1 wide to the bottom of your screen in the I form. Short drop from Dave Burr. Throws for the 1st down, and that one, it bounced off the hands of both his intended target and an Albuquerque Adams defenseman, but falls to the ground incomplete, and that's going to bring out the punting unit once more.
Yeah, they had the backup tight end trying to get him involved, Lawrence Perry, just not quite able to pull it in there. But it seems like these quarterbacks seem to be throwing the ball pretty decent. It's just no one's being able to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, so that just seems to be the issue with the receivers right now. Snaps where it needs to be. Kick is away. Field around the 25, taking up past 26. They're going to mark him down at the 27. 1st and 10 for the Albuquerque Adams.
Yeah, both these special teams seem to be on point right now. That they're not these punts. No one's getting any kind of returns on these, so that's a nice positive for both teams so far.
1st and 10 now. Albuquerque coming out in the heavy set. 1 wide to the top of your screen. Going to be a little play action. Throws over on the flat. Nice throw. Nice little deception, too, for the Adams offense. And the throw goes to Nate Ritters, and he does a little toe drag, keeps it in bounds. 2nd and 3.
Yeah, he's showing what that little bit of experience does. He was in the perfect position, kept his feet in, and just fell out of bounds.
Second down and 3. Once again, same heavy set. It's going to be a free play, automatic 1st down. Same play as last time. And honestly, I would just take the yards.
Oh, definitely take the yards. Yeah, 1st down either way. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's going to be a 1st down no matter what. But now even with the neutral zone infraction, yeah, so it's going to be first and 10, I think now from about the, should be from around the 43 or so, if I'm not mistaken. ...41-yard line. So it's first and 10 from the 41, 8:28 remaining in the first quarter, already on the fourth drive. 4 wide with 1 man in the backfield for Trellis Blanton. Blanton looking around, nice short throw over the middle, and that one's going to be caught. First down across the midfield stripe to the 43-yard line. Catch is made by Henry Meyer III.
Yeah, that was a nice all slants pass. Perfect throw, right where he needs to have it, right in front of the receiver.
It was exactly where it needed to be and nowhere else. So it's going to bring up first and 10. The first time either team has crossed the midfield stripe into opposing territory. Hand off to Douglas Brown, and Douglas Brown, he got some room to the outside, got a nice little run going, 2nd and 3.
Yeah, it was a nice little run. It looked like he was going to go a little further, but he was pulled from behind by the cornerback there.
2nd and 3. Lexington playing right up close to the line. They got 7 men in the box. They're going to send in the pressure. However, Blanton goes up, and that was going to be picked off at the 16-yard line. Tried to go for it all and ended up getting nothing. Interception made by number 23, Marcus Winfrey.
That was a beautiful, beautiful interception. The safety just jumped in front of the ball, snagged it out of the air. Receiver had no chance at that.
So that one's going to be an interception, not a touchdown, like the score graphic currently says. 2 wide at the top, 1 wide at the bottom for the Lexington Miners. Now they've had something go their way. Going to be a nice short drop. Throws over to O'Shaughnessy, and O'Shaughnessy gets hit hard right as he gets tackled down to the ground. It's going to be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, I'm sure Albuquerque did some scouting, watched the game last week, and saw all the, all the receiving O'Shaughnessy was doing out of the backfield and covered that up really good.
That's what they seem to be doing right now. It's going to be an I form, 1 man to the bottom of your screen. Deep drop for Dave Burr. Burr going right over the middle, and that one's going to be bobbled, incomplete. It's not going to look good on Dave Burr's stat line tonight, but these receivers are not helping him out at all.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, he's putting it right where it needs to be. It's bouncing off their hands, and that's a second pass they throw into the backup tight end. Maybe they need to get Travis Williams a little bit involved and see if he can catch the ball.
Second down, and I think it's 8. Going to throw over the middle. Actually, that was 3rd down, incomplete. Another risky throw over the middle is going to bring up 4th down. And David Ware forces the incompletion, and now the Miners are going to have to punt again.
Yeah, David Ware was in there covering their backup wide receiver, inside linebacker. He covered that middle very well.
And that's a very underrated talent. Oh, there's a flag on the play. We're going to see what that is. Has to be a neutral zone infraction. Probably not enough for the first down. That's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be on the Adams. The Miners going to accept that, of course. Going to make it 4th and 3. Gains them a few extra yards. Maybe it'll help them out in the field position battle. Just that little bit more.
That's right. They probably, as it is, they're probably going to... Albuquerque's going to get this at the 40 or 45.
Let's see what Rand Fullman can do. Fullman, it's right where it needs to be. It's going to be punt away across the midfield stripe, and they're going to get it within the 40. And, oh, there's a little spin move from the punt returner. takes up to the 43-yard line, and it's going to be first down and 10 for the Adams.
Yeah, so now the Adams see if they can recover from that interception. They were actually moving the ball pretty well. Just Lexington can't get it going today, but hopefully we'll see what happens with Albuquerque. They may be putting on the ground to keep the interceptions down.
Yeah, their defense gave him a lifeline, so let's see what they can do. It'll be going to be another play action. Short throw over the middle, and he nearly got beat up by the refs. Sheds a couple tackles, and he's away down the sideline up to the 24-yard line. Wow. What a way to shed some tackles from Paulie Truth, a tight end.
There you go. Number 3 tight end in SFLm. He broke a couple tackles, and he was going down the field. He is lucky. Miners were lucky that he didn't go all the way.
Yeah, just barely kept out of the end zone. Could have that whole thing could have ended up a lot worse for him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it looks like Isabella Blackwell is getting in there. Her first game just signed this week, and she's been really in there on some pass breakups, and now getting in and saving a touchdown.
Yeah, you know, that's the wonderful thing about the SFL and the SFLm. You know, anyone of any gender identity can come in and they can be a stars. Oh, that one's going to be bobbled up around, ball right back to the ground. Wow. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Adams. Sorry.
What was the tackle trying to catch that ball? What eligible tackle in there? Where'd that play come from?
You know, sometimes when the backup tight end, they will pull out some interesting stuff here. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Blantis going under center. Going to be a nice little handoff to Douglas Brown, and Douglas Brown gets lit up right at the line. Not going to gain anything. 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, they were ready and waiting for him. You know, this defense is holding tight, just like they were doing against Birmingham. If they can stop them here, that'd be great.
3rd and 10, 4 wide, one in the backfield for the Adams. Blanton snaps a little high. Blanton looking around, gonna sling it for the end zone, and threading the needle is Blanton. Trellis Blanton getting the ball down the field to Douglas Brown, the halfback, with a deep route. That's not something that you see that often.
No, it looked like the defender just, wow. It looked like a defender had a really good chance of getting the ball, but he snagged it out of the air.
First and goal. Ball's on the 6-yard line. Let's see what they can do. Nice little shotgun. Short throw to Douglas Brown, and Douglas Brown tries to run for what looked to be right back to the line of scrimmage, but he's going to lose a yard. 2nd and goal from the 7.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they're really just covering the run and those short passes, and they get out to the 8 to 10 yards or so. You know, it looks like that's where they're finding open space to throw the ball.
Second and goal, handoff to Douglas Brown again. Douglas Brown regains the yard he lost on the first down. 3rd and goal from the 6. And if this Miners defense can hold up, it'll be a major accomplishment.
Yeah, it sure will. It sure will. That Albuquerque's starting to move the ball, but if they can keep them to 3, it's a huge win.
Going to be a deep drop for Blantis. Blantis looking around. He's going to find his man in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Adams. Oh, Charles Blanton was moving all around the pocket. Found a man just in the nick of time, and it's going to be a touchdown, putting the Adams up by 7.
Yeah, that's amazing. They left that cornerback, just left Henry Meyer by himself. He was looking out there in the backfield and really wasn't paying attention to the receiver, who just scooted off to the corner there and was wide open for that pass. Great touchdown pass.
So now it's Dane Marrow out to attempt the extra point. Snaps a little low, but the kick is away, and it's going to be through. Albuquerque up 7-0 on top of the Lexington Miners, as the Miners led up their first defensive touchdown in SFLm in their franchise's history.
Yeah, it's be interesting to see how they respond from coming from behind, because they've never had to do that yet. Last week is their first game, so we'll see what happens when they're coming from the behind, see if they can respond.
Kick is away, and it's going to be fielded right around the 10-yard line, taking it past the 20, past the 25, past the 30, up to the 31-yard line. That's where they're going to mark it down. And as he said, now the Miners, for the first time in their franchise's history, have to play from behind. Although, again, there's still a lot of time left. It's only 3:48 remaining in the first.
Yeah, there's plenty of time. It's no reason to panic, but they really need to get their running game going and start moving the ball. It seems like that's the way they want to run, to use this team's offense.
Dave Burr, nice little drop back, throws it to O'Shaughnessy, who picks up a block, and maybe if he had one or two more, he could have gained a few more yards. But O'Shaughnessy and the blocker there, you got to give him credit, turning what could have been a 2 or even 3-yard loss into a 2-yard gain.
That's right, and that's what they want to do. But it looks like that's what Albuquerque knows they want to do, and they're running these 4-3 packages or dime packages to cover those short routes.
2nd down and 8. Deep drop from Dave Burr. Dave Burr hit as he throws, and they're going to count that as a sack. And the Miners are now pinned deep, 3rd and 13, after the sack by Farad Ahmed.
Yeah, defensive line got penetration. There was 2 of them back there, so if Farad didn't get them, the other defensive lineman would have.
Third and 13 now. Ball's on their own 28. They're going to go with only one man in the backfield. Burr's got a lot of time, throws it deep over the middle, tipped up in the air. And although that wasn't picked off,
Whoa.
What a defensive play there from number 20 to go up there and defend the pass. That is Ty Hawes, the free safety.
Yeah, he looked like he was just waiting for that right down the middle. And, it's very interesting that they they're just abandoned the run there at the beginning of the game. Just curious about what that strategy is. Of course, the few times they have run it, they haven't gotten very far. But I think this Bailey is a type of running back that you really need to give him a bunch of carries to get him going.
That punt was nearly blocked, but it's going to be fielded at about the 30, taking it past the 35, up to the 37, and now Albuquerque, with a little bit of breathing room, now they can really settle into the rhythm of their game plan.
Yeah, you better believe it. They're feeling really confident now. That's 3 or 4 drives that they've stopped Lexington on, and I think they're going to start pounding it.
Coming out into this heavy set, you typically see runs coming out of this. That's exactly what they're going to do. Hand off to Douglas Brown right up the middle, and he's going to gain 2 yards.
Yeah, it looks like both of these defenses are going to be really, these running yards are going to be some tough yards. They're going to continue to have to pound the ball, but it doesn't look like these defenses are giving much in the way of running.
2nd and 8, offset I form for Trellis Blanton. Deep drop by Blanton. Got a lot of time in the pocket. Going to throw it deep towards the sideline. It's going to be caught at the 30, down to the 23-yard line. Where was Henry Meyer III that entire play? He was streaking down the sideline.
Definitely. Looked like it ran a post route, and he was wide open. He's really making a statement in this game. That was a nice pass. He was over the top of the entire defense.
Yeah, caught all the Lexington Miners secondary sleeping there.
They were lucky Josh Rowe was there to grab him at the last minute, or he would have been gone.
Yeah, he would have. 1st and 10, ball's on the 23. Short drop from Trellis Blanton. Blanton throws it towards the sideline. Going to be caught inbounds. 2nd down and 6. Catch made by the tackle, Brenton Willis.
Okay. tackle eligible plays here.
You always are in for a surprise here in the minor leagues. 2nd and 6, balls on the 18. The Adams are once again in the red zone. Offset I, 2 wide to the bottom, 1 wide to the top. Short drop, throws it over. It's going to be caught in bounds. It's going to be a first down. Ooh, nice little spin move down to the 7-yard line. What a play by Nate Ritters to get them within the 10.
Yeah, Nate Ritter's putting on a clinic for these Lexington minor defensive backs.
First and goal, handoff right up the middle to Douglas Brown, and he spins around, jukes around into the end zone. Touchdown, Adams. They're up 14-0, and we're not even at the end of the first.
There we go. That's what they need, is to get that running game going right up the middle behind their star center. Big Zelly Cummings. And, that's what they needed to do. Now the Lexington's going to be having to think, what are they doing, whether they're running or passing, and they start establishing this run. It's going to really create some troubles for Lexington defense. Yeah, Zelly Cummings, it's amazing. When I looked at this stat sheet, I had to look at it again. He's 6'8", 350 pounds for a center. That's amazing.
Yeah, a massive man on the offensive line. And that's really, obviously the offensive line, it's a very undervalued position here in the SFL. You can really help protect your quarterback if you just have, even just one offensive lineman. Wouldn't be surprised to see someone like Zelly Cummings be up high in the draft board for Albuquerque. 14-0 on top of the Miners. The kick is away. Then we feel it around the 10, taking past the 15, 20, 25, up to the 30-yard line. And if you are Lexington right now, obviously, don't panic too much, but there has to be at least some sort of cause for concern.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they really, it's really coming out to be, they got to show that last week wasn't just Birmingham playing that bad. It was really them. That's what they want to prove in this series.
Short drop, throws it over to O'Shaughnessy, but O'Shaughnessy not able to keep it in bounds for long enough. 2nd and 10 for the Miners. Second and 10, I form right behind Dave Burr. Handoff to O'Shaughnessy on the delayed handoff, and O'Shaughnessy takes advantage of all the time given to him to find a hole and gain 6 on the play. 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, that was a nice play. That's what they need to do. They need to start, pushing the Albuquerque defense around, and it's still only 14-0. They have lots of time. It's just the end of the first quarter. They don't have to panic, but if Albuquerque scores another touchdown, they're going to be in some trouble.
And as you said, that brings us to the end of the first quarter. The Albuquerque Adams up 14-0 over the new kids around the block, the Lexington Miners. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. (14-0). Short drop from Dave Burr, going to throw to the outside, caught barely in bounds and barely enough for the first down. Nice job to just get the catch, get everything done. Zachary Patton, his, I think, 2nd reception of the day.
Yeah, nice catch. He had that out route, took it right just past the first down marker, exactly what you want to do, because you always see young receivers, stopping right before the first down marker, but he did it right there.
First and 10, balls on the 42, and it's going to be a free play for the Miners. Going to go deep on the corner, and it's caught! Beats out the defender, and he is gone! Touchdown, Lexington Miners! They're right back in it.
David Garris, beautiful ball. I don't know what happened with the cornerback. I mean, he might have been distracted with that penalty, but he stopped, and Garris just kept on going. Beautiful catch and run for the touchdown.
Simple pitch and catch, little routine there. Garris had several Albuquerque defenders closing in on him, but he just had the speed. He turned on the Jets right for the end zone, and now the Miners have made this a game once again.
And that's exactly what they needed to keep within striking distance, and they answered. Right, they were behind. We wondered how they would respond. Well, there we go. Nice deep pass, and only down one score now.
Extra point is away, and it is through. 14-7. The Miners are not out of this one yet, folks. I mean, hey, you know, as they say, anything can happen to the Miners. I've seen some things happen here, and it's all been just completely wild.
I mean, I've already seen things today that I haven't seen in the Miners before with the tackle eligible plays there.
Kick is away from the Miners, and it's going to be fielded at around the 10 or 12 yard line, taking it past the 20, 25, up to the 30, and the Adams, oh, there's a spin on the play. He is going down, got one man to beat. Will he do it? Down to the 10, 5, right down to the 3 yard line.
Wow.
Okay, honestly, that's more on the defender for keeping up with him right to the end. Tackle was made by Mike Little, the free safety. Wow.
Wow, that was a nice run by Mackenzie Traeger. That spin just broke him free, and I'm surprised he wasn't yelling at his teammates up there saying, "Back up, get this guy."
Well, it does at least almost guarantee that the Adams will score on this drive. Whether that'll be 7 or 3 is to be determined. Blanton's in the shotgun, 2 wide to the bottom with only Douglas Brown beside him. Blanton takes a snap a little bit off center and hit as he throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Nearly had another touchdown for him today as the tackle was made by number 52 for the Lexington Miners. That's the linebacker, Chad Owens.
Yeah, it looks like he had a blitz there. He almost got there. He was lucky to get that ball off. But they're really going for it. It looks like they're intent on throwing the ball today.
2nd and goal, balls on the 3, 2 wide, 1 in the backfield. Handoff, one again to Douglas Brown, who gets hit in the backfield. 3rd and goal for the Adams, and this Miners defense really stepping up, especially Chad Owens.
Yeah, he was ready for that again. Looks like they might have had another blitz on there again. Right, perfect spot, right where the running back is at.
3rd and goal, balls on the 6. Deep drop, throws into the end zone, threads the needle, touchdown, Albuquerque Adams. They're right back up by 2 scores. Henry Meyer III with another touchdown.
Yeah, Henry Meyer III is having a great game. Perfect slant into the middle of the field. Easy touchdown.
So now the special teams unit out to attempt the extra point. Snaps a little bit low, kick is away, and it is through for an additional point. Albuquerque now on top of the Miners, 21-7. But as this game has shown, explosive plays can come at any moment.
Yeah, that's one thing that Lexington has for them. That they show themselves that they have a big play capability. So they're not out of this yet, and they're gonna come out here and see what can happen in this next drive.
Kick is away, going to be fielded around the 9 or 6 yard line. Taking up to the 26. Much different luck to what the Adams had.
Definitely.
So now it's 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Dave Burr going right under center, off I formation right behind him. Hand off to O'Shaughnessy, and O'Shaughnessy's going to get lit up behind the line. Nothing doing for him. 2nd and 11 for the Lexington Miners.
Yeah, inside linebacker David Ware again. You know, I wonder if they decided to set up Ware as a spy for O'Shaughnessy, because he's in there whenever O'Shaughnessy gets the ball.
2nd and 11. Hand off to O'Shaughnessy right up the middle. O'Shaughnessy spins around. Nearly escaped another tackler. He would have been gone if he had been able to wheel his way out of that, but it's 1st and 10 on the 39.
Wow, that was, I mean, the lead, their fullback, I mean, he didn't even hit anybody until they were 8-9 yards down the field. That was a wide open hole, you know, and that's where, you know, Lexington also has their star center, Brian French. That's where they want to run, right behind him.
1st and 10 now. Hand off to O'Shaughnessy to the outside, and O'Shaughnessy finds the little hole, sheds the first tackler, not going to shed any more. Across the midfield, stripe down to the 48-yard line. Once again, 1st and 10 for the Miners. O'Shaughnessy, he's really come alive this drive.
Yeah, definitely starting to get this running game going. It's definitely, it can't be a bad thing for Lexington to mix it up a little bit, and their passes will be much more effective when they do pull them out.
1st and 10, deep drop for Burr, throws it over to O'Shaughnessy again. O'Shaughnessy runs for the sideline, gets the first down, and they're already within Albuquerque's 40, pretty much exclusively thanks to O'Shaughnessy.
Yeah, they really, I don't know what they saw these last couple of drives, but they're starting to expose Albuquerque because, you know, previous drives, Albuquerque was able to stop these swing passes to O'Shaughnessy. So they're mixing it up a little bit, probably some different formations.
First and 10, handoff right up the middle once again to O'Shaughnessy. Or no, that looked like it was actually to the fullback. Nope. Once again to O'Shaughnessy. Only gains 2 on the play, but it keeps the offense on schedule.
Yeah, it looks like Albuquerque likes this 4-3 defense, especially for run plays or run formation. So, you know, they got plenty of guys in the box to stop the run.
O'Shaughnessy to the outside. O'Shaughnessy nearly breaks a tackle. Only gains a yard out of it. 3rd and 7. Expect to see Dave Burr sling his guns this play.
Yeah, they actually had the cornerback come in while he was covering the wide receiver and came in and made that tackle. So you got to like that out of your cornerbacks, getting in there and mixing it up.
Third and 7. Burr going over the middle. It's going to be caught. First down for the Miners all the way down to Albuquerque's 24-yard line. Catch was made by number 82 once again. That is Chris Armstrong.
Nice short pass right down the middle again. Nice slant. Great call. Get the first down.
Completely empty backfield look for the Miners is not something that you see too often from them. Deep drop from Dave Burr, moving around the pocket. He's going to be sacked. He looked to have everything going right from that play, but then in comes number 66 for the Adams, and it was all over. That's Frank Stackhouse.
Yeah, that was a great play. Wow, that was amazing. You saw how Stackhouse threw aside the tackle there. Defensive line, they only had 4 on the line. In a dime formation, that's all they needed to get that sack.
2nd and 14 after the sack. Another deep drop from Dave Burr, going to loft one to the corner. That was going to be tipped. Another tip from an Albuquerque Adams defender. That's Dante Grimm. Falls to the ground, incomplete. 3rd and 14.
Wow, he had that almost there. Those tip plays, I mean, those are always scary because, you know, they're often, at least in the SFL, those are interceptions. So Hopefully, they see that more often.
3rd down and 14. Ball's in the 28. Empty backfield look once again for the Miners. Deep drop by Dave Burr. Dave Burr moving around. Oh, spins out of a sack. Not going to spin out of 2, though. Falls down 4th and 23, and that just also took him out of field goal range.
Wow, that was the other defensive end. Moses Talloway came in there, and they actually had 2 defensive linemen in there. This offensive line is not holding up against Albuquerque's defensive line right now.
So unfortunately for them, they're going to have to punt. Let's see if they can at least get a good punt out of it. Going to move up, field at the 14, and oh, there's a fumble on it. Who got their hands on it? It's the Miners. All the way down to the 13-yard line. Underwood, the savior of the Miners' drive, and it just got a whole lot worse for the Adams.
Oh, yeah, that was, I mean, wow. Actually, it looked like number 95 was able to recover that ball. That was defensive tackle, Chris Franken.
1st and 10, balls on the 13-yard line. So for the Miners, they get a second lease on life, and they're within the red zone. Handoff to O'Shaughnessy, and O'Shaughnessy, he got a little bit of room to run, gets 2 yards.
Yeah, O'Shaughnessy looked like he was a little indecisive there at the last second and was stopped, but he's having a good game so far, averaging 5 yards per carry.
Handoff. Oh, it's going to lose a few yards from O'Shaughnessy. 3rd and 10 from Albuquerque's 14-yard line.
Yeah, that defensive line, number 98, Tim House. Albuquerque's really trying to establish itself at that line of scrimmage and win that line of scrimmage battle.
3rd and 10. Lexington needs to get down to the 3-yard line. Low snap. Burr's got a lot of time in the pocket. Throws to the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Lexington Miners! What a way to thread the needle by Dave Burr. And rightfully so, it's going to be a touchdown. David Gares once again.
That was a nice pass and catch. Perfect positioning. Exactly where no one else could catch it but Garris. Nice touchdown. Puts Lexington within 7 after this extra point.
35 points already scored in this half, folks, and we're not even to the 2-minute warning. It's been an offensive shootout after a little bit of feeling each other out during the first quarter. Kicks away. It's going to be through for an additional point. 21-14 is the current score, folks. I mean, it's been intense.
Yeah, if you only watched the first couple of drives for each team and thought this is going to be a dud of a game, boy, you're missing something now, because they're starting to put up some points and get some long drives going on both sides of the ball.
Kick is away from the Miners. Field at the 10 by Albuquerque. Going to be going up to the 29-yard line. And that's going to bring out Trellis Blanton. Has about 2 minutes and change for the 2-minute warning. And then, of course, there's the final 2 minutes after that.
Yeah, this is now where Albuquerque needs to have their defense step up and stop the Albuquerque offense with some, looks like there's run play, but I think it's going to be a pass.
1st and 10. It is going to be a pass from Blanton. Blanton going deep over the middle, and that one was set up perfectly to be intercepted by the Lexington Miners right down to the 38-yard line. And look at that. First play off of a drive, and now the Miners have a chance to take it the other way and tie this game up.
Yeah, that's exactly what Lexington needed to be able to really get in there. They got free safety Josh Rowell jumped in front of that ball, and this is their chance to tie this game up.
First and 10, 4 minutes exactly remain in the first half. 3 wide, 2 in the backfield. Gonna be a handoff to O'Shaughnessy, and O'Shaughnessy lit up at the line, loses 2 on the play, and that's gonna be a big loss. However, of course, we've seen they can do better. Yakov Zlotov on the tackle.
Oh yeah, he was waiting for him, and it just laid the wood on him, and it looked like a clothesline there. He hit so hard.
2nd and 12, deep drop from Dave Burr. Burr's got all the time in the world, gonna throw it deep, and that was gonna be tipped. Falls to the ground, incomplete, 3rd and 12.
Yeah, strong safety Dante Grimm in perfect position to knock that ball away. I don't think Albuquerque wants to have this game tied up at all.
3rd down and 12. They need to get it to about the 29-yard line to get a first down here. High snap for Dave Burr. Got a lot of time in the pocket. Not enough. And he's going to be brought down for another sack. 4th and 18, and Albuquerque and Lexington's going to have to bring out the punt unit.
Another sack by defensive end Frank Stackhouse. He is getting in there this game, not having a problem. Just that defensive line is really sticking it to the offensive line of Lexington. They got to shore up that offensive line if they want to continue to stay in this game.
This one's going to be fair caught. Smart move considering what happened last time. Albuquerque is going to take over at their own 12.
Yes, plenty of time still. 3 minutes to take this ball, take the drive down, score. They just need to be smart and be methodical.
First and 10, handoff right up the middle to Douglas Brown, and Douglas Brown not going to get anything going. The defensive front 7 of both these two teams so far have been phenomenal throughout this game and really containing the run at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's what you want those guys to do. You know, you want them to make sure that they don't hit the second level, stop them before they get out to the secondary.
Douglas Brown, another handoff, only gains 2 on the play. They're going to need to throw it here. And Trellis Blanton, I mean, if there's any quarterback that's been able to do it so far this game, it's been him.
Definitely. You know, I think they've really been putting some pass plays in there that work for him. And, you know, I think he's having a much better game than this first game.
3rd and 6, 4 wide, 1 in the backfield for Trellis Blanton. Blanton is going to be thrown to the ground as the 2-minute warning arrives. It's been an offensive shootout, but also the defense is coming with some big plays here, folks. Don't go anywhere. 21-14 is the score. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube.
Yeah, this Lexington defense, you know, stopping Albuquerque on 4 plays gives their offensive chance with good field position to get a chance to score before the end of the half.
They're going to have 43 yards to cover if they want to tie the game up before the half. And they got a minute 50 with all 3 timeouts. So really, I mean,
plenty of time.
We've seen crazier things happen.
Oh yeah, that's plenty of time to do what they need to do, and they've shown they can throw the long ball. So they have that in their back pocket. Let's see what happens.
First and 10. Albuquerque going very heavy on the line. Dave Burr's got a lot of time. Throws short over the middle. That one's going to be caught for a first down all the way up to the 30-yard line. Nice job by Zachary Patton just to get the ball, and really, you know, he doesn't have the big yardage as the stats just showed there, but he's always been there in those key plays, those about 5-10 yard reception.
Yeah, and he gets in there right in the middle where he knows he's going to get hit, but he kept up with the clutch pass.
Hand off to O'Shaughnessy, and O'Shaughnessy's not going to get anything going. 2nd and 11 as Lexington comes into the hurry up. They're wanting to waste no time at all. Deep drop for Dave Burr, throws out to O'Shaughnessy, picks up a block, and he can pick up 2. Yes, he will. Gain of 4 on the play, 3rd and 7.
Yeah, good hustle. He made it out of bounds. He'll stop the clock. But that ball was a little bit off. He had to sort of step back a little bit to catch the ball. Otherwise, he would have picked up a few more yards.
Third down and 7. Deep drop from Dave Burr. Burr lofts it deep to the back of the end zone. Caught! Touchdown Miners! This game is tied back up, barring the extra point.
Wow, that was a beautiful pass. You know, it's going to be interesting to see if they challenge this to see if he was out of bounds. But wow, he was right there in the end. It looks like it's inbounds. He didn't have much room, more room to catch that ball. It was right on target.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a challenge from the Adams. No challenge coming out from the Adams coaching staff. So it's going to be just an extra point away, and this game's going to be knotted right back up at 21 apiece. Put it on the board, 21 all, folks. Less than a minute to go in the first half.
Yeah, Lexington showing that they can play with the big boys. They were a little slow at first, but, you know, they came from behind. They were 2 touchdowns down. Now it's all knotted up. Anybody's game.
Lexington kicks it off, and let's see if this Albuquerque Adams special teams unit can replicate what they had earlier. Gonna run to the inside. He's got some blocks. He's gonna be hit at the 35. I'm gonna mark him down at the 36. 1st and 10 for the Albuquerque Adams with 54 seconds remaining on the clock.
So the question is Albuquerque gonna try to get some points, or are they gonna be happy with where they're at? And in passing formation, looks like they're going for it.
Yeah, they don't get the ball to start the second half, if I'm not mistaken. So they are playing the aggressive game. Throws to a sideline, caught inbounds. And it's going to be 2nd and 4. They're going to say that Nate Ritter's caught it inbounds and fell out of bounds.
Nice catch. You know, those nice out routes. Get a few of those out routes about 15 yards further down the field to move the ball and get it in a decent scoring position.
2nd and 4, 3 to the bottom of your screen. Only one man in the backfield. We know where this ball's going. Deep drop, short throw, going to be inbounds for a 1st down. Henry Meyer III gets up to the 48-yard line, 47 seconds remaining.
And you know, Jack, they got the idea of those out routes, but they're not getting them far enough down the field. These out routes seem to be open even, 10, 15 yards on the field, and they got to get a play in there to move the ball closer to field goal range.
Ball's on the 48. Deep drop from Blanton. Again, Blanton goes over the middle and is going to be caught by Nate Ritters up to the 27-yard line, and Albuquerque calls their first time out.
That was a beautiful pass right down the middle. Couldn't ask for anything more. Yeah, they're playing a zone defense there, and safety just couldn't catch them fast enough.
So it's 1st and 10 on the 27, 40 seconds remaining. Lexington still with 2 timeouts on the board. 4 wide and on the backfield. Let's see what they can come up with. Short drop, throws over the middle. Now it's going to be caught for a 1st down up to the 11-yard line, 35 seconds and counting. Albuquerque now having to go into the hurry up. Deep drop. Let's see what they can do. All the time in the world. All the blocking was there. And it's going to be a gain of 3.
Wow. Yeah, I was waiting for that the defense to come around because he sure was out there a long time. It looked like he's about ready to pull up a chair and camp out for a little bit.
Under center, 2 wide of your bottom, offset eye behind him. Blantis goes short, and the under route nearly got it. 3rd and 2, ball's on the 4. Enough time for maybe 1 shot at the end zone and a field goal. They're really draining the clock here. 7 seconds remaining. Deep drop from Blantis. Blantis goes over the middle. That one's going to be knocked down and complete. 4th and 2.
52 offensive outside linebacker Chad Owens again in there to deflect the ball. It's 4th and 2. Looks like they're going to probably go for a field goal here. What do you think?
That would be the smart move. Dane Marrow has been borderline automatic, especially from distances like these. That's exactly what they're going to do. Take the easy 3-point lead into the half. Kick is up, and it is through for 3. The Albuquerque Adams are now taking a slim 3-point lead, and a kickoff to Lexington will wrap up the first half. Kick is away, and now we'll see what this kick return unit from Lexington can do. Up past the 25, up to the 30, not even going to get there. That's going to be the end of the first half. So that's going to bring us to the end of the first half here, folks. Albuquerque up 24-21 on a game that was expected to be a barn burner, and James, it's lived up to the hype.
Definitely. Both of these teams have really come out intent on throwing the ball. Initially, at the beginning of the game, both teams' receivers were dropping the ball first couple drives, but they really got it together. Both teams are airing it out, long passes. Here, Blanton just threw an interception right here, but both these defenses are actually doing pretty good on the defensive line. Stopping the running game. Both running backs aren't having a great game. Bailey O'Shaughnessy's got about 40 yards on the rushing end, but it's still anybody's game. No one is really pushed ahead of the other. Right now, they're going back and forth at each other.
Yeah, so it's 24-21 here, and really, again, the stats showed this game has really been defined by Albuquerque going a little bit more aggressive on the passing game, while the Miners, they've been a little bit more sure with their running attack.
Yeah, the Miners have been mixing it up a little bit more, and the Adams are, really one-sided. It shows the quarterbacks here. Blanton is throwing the ball more, but Burr's got more touchdowns, right? Burr's got 3 touchdowns while Blanton's got 2, but Blanton's thrown for more yards than Burr. So, it's really a nice mix. Both teams are getting it done, not playing outside of their abilities for their quarterbacks, just making sure that they can move the ball, and they're scoring points. That pass right there was beautiful. I mean, it almost looked like he was going to throw him out of bounds, but it was right there on line.
Yeah, everything is right where it needs to be. Both these quarterbacks, both Dave Burr and Trellis Blanton, have been doing excellent jobs. A lot of the times, especially earlier on, it seemed the receivers just did not have the sure hand. But now that things have really come back around, they've been doing very well. Yeah,
that's right. It wasn't the quarterbacks at all. I mean, the receivers finally are showing that. You know, they're catching everything thrown their way. And let's see if they can keep it up in the second half. And whoever can keep it up, that'll be the difference in this game.
So now Albuquerque set to receive the second half kickoff. Kicks away, taken at the 10, past the 15, 20, up to the 25. Oh, it's another spin around. Only gets up to the 31, though, instead of the opponent's 3.
Yeah, it's going to be really important for Albuquerque to get in here and really, you know, set the pace by getting in here and scoring on this drive and going 2 scores up. It's going to be important for Albuquerque to do that starting out the gate.
Gonna be a nice little short drop. Throws over to the sideline. Gonna be walloped for no gain, no loss. Douglas Brown, you know, he did well last week, but this week he just seems to not really have the same gusto he had before.
Yeah, no, I think Lexington is covering that really well. You know, that linebackers are covering the flats well, and also the defensive line is taking it to them as well.
2 wide at the bottom and an offset eye is the formation. Deep drop. Throws towards the sideline. Going to be caught in bounds. 3rd and 2. Nice job for Nate Ritters to catch that one.
Yeah, Nate Ritters was, you know, turned around and sort of tripped on his feet, it looks like, and fell over, but good concentration to watch the ball go into his hands. Nice pickup.
3rd and 2. Handoff right up the middle to Douglas Brown. And Douglas Brown, he's got some room to run down to the 40, 35, 30. He is gone. Touchdown, Albuquerque Adams. And it seems to be the old commentators, you know, it's the flip of the luck.
That's right. Commentator
too much, they do poorly. You know, you criticize them a little bit too much, and look what they can do.
Yeah, that was great. It looks like they went right in there behind the big center, Zelly Cummings. He had 2 blockers. Beautiful. Had man-on-man all the way on both levels, this first and second level of the defense. And it's just enough to just burn on past everybody. You know, that helps to have a 6'8", 350-pound center there.
It really does.
I don't know. He might be, being that big, he might be playing tackle or something in the majors.
High snap, kick is away. It's going to be through for the additional point. Now Lexington down by 10. And it's going to be interesting. They need to now, like, rebound. They need to get some points up on the board. But again, it's the first drive of the second half. We'll have to see what their adjustments can do.
Yeah, this is exactly what Albuquerque needed to do. Now it's time to see how Lexington responds, if they get down on themselves, or, you know, if they can turn around and gain the momentum.
Field it at the 10, taking it past the 15, 20, up to the 29-yard line. That's where Dave Byrne Company are going to set up shop. First and 10, heavy set, 1 wide to the bottom of your screen, folks. First play for the Miners this second half. Handoff to Bailey O'Shaughnessy right up the middle. He picks up a few blocks, gets the first down, and a yard or 2 on top of that. That was easily a 13, 14-yard run.
Yeah, right off the bat, it seems like both of these teams are getting the running game early. Wondering if these defenses are a little tired chasing those long plays all over the field.
Ball's now on the 41-yard line. 3 wide, 2 in the backfield is the look. Short drop, throws short. It's going to be a nice little catch. Running up the field. It's going to be a gain of 3 on the play.
was a fullback, Aaron Alexander, with that short pass. He's able to get a few yards on that.
Second and 7, deep drop for Dave Burr. Throws towards the sideline. That one's going to be caught all the way down to Albuquerque's 33-yard line. Catch is made by David Garris, the deep threat man that this Miners offense has really built itself around.
Yeah, really, it's amazing. Dave Burr is really, he is picking these passes perfectly, putting it where it needs to go. People might be looking at him in the SFL. He's really showing what he's got.
First and 10 for the Miners. I form with 3 wide as their look. Deep drop by Dave Burr. Burr throws it deep over the middle, and that one's going to be tipped up. A little tip drill. About 5 or 6 neon jerseys surrounded Zachary Patton. None of them were able to get it.
Wow, Burr was lucky. Geez, it was amazing how many. It was like half the Albuquerque team was in there watching Patton.
Short drop from Dave Burr, throws it towards the sideline, and Bailey O'Shaughnessy. Gain of 6 on the play. Looked like he was going to lose 2 at that first contact.
Yeah, the cornerback there was just able to hold onto his ankles, and he tripped himself up. But yeah, if he would have got loose from there, he would have taken a good another 5 yards.
2 wide at the bottom of your screen. Short drop. Nice little short throw to compensate for it. First and 10, and Lexington is in the red zone.
Yeah, that was a good pass. It's interesting. I wonder if Albuquerque has stopped watching those flats, because that last play, O'Shaughnessy was all by himself over in the flat on the other side of the field.
First and 10, ball's on the 20. Handoff right up the middle, and it's going to be flattened. Second and 10, O'Shaughnessy not able to do anything.
Yeah, that defensive line is just dominating up front. They cannot get past that defensive line. They really need to get it out wide, on the sweep or on the screen to be able to get O'Shaughnessy going.
Second and 10. We're nearly halfway through the third already, and this is just the second drive. Deep drop for Dave Burr. Burr going over the middle. That one's going to be tipped incomplete. Third and 10.
Wow, Zachary Patton. That looked like it was right in the breadbasket. He should have caught that ball. He would have had a nice first down right near in scoring position.
Third down and 10. 4 wide, 1 in the backfield. Dave Burr takes his time, lost one deep for the end zone. That one's going to be off the hands of the receiver, 4th and 10.
Was that Patton again? No, it's like not really sure, but yeah.
Still brings up 4th and 10, and that will bring on the field goal unit. Will make it a 7-point game, though.
Yeah, they're keeping up with Albuquerque, keeping it a 1-score game. What they really need to do then is stop Albuquerque on their next drive. Because these, it's only had 2 drives, and, about half of the quarter's gone over, so they're not going to have a whole bunch more scoring opportunities if this continues in this half.
Yeah, it's just been a very different looking second half start than the first half, where we had about 3 drives completed by the time the first minute was completed. Yeah.
So they've got to really, Their defense has got to shore up and stop Albuquerque quickly, and let's get their offense back on the field.
Booming kick is away down to the 9-yard line, taking it past the 20. Albuquerque only going to get up to the 28. Don't forget, folks, that tomorrow the quarterfinals kick off on Next Level Sports. First at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Watch Lone Star and Baltimore as the Vultures look to defend their Season 16 title. Then the stingiest defense in the SFL and the Fort Worth Toros travel north of the border to take on the Vancouver Legion at 6:45. Don't miss a minute of the intense postseason action. The SFL and Next Level Sports. We put the fan in fantasy. There's going to be a handoff to Douglas Brown again, and Douglas Brown, he breaks away for another one. He's got all the daylight in front of him. One man to beat, he is gone. Touchdown, Albuquerque Adams.
Wow, that is just, Albuquerque had to have seen something in halftime that really told them that they can start getting these outside runs, because they were being stuffed when they were going straight up the middle, but they get off tackle and off. They're really going down the line, and that was a beautiful run.
Yeah, as someone who's known for a lot of counter and off-tackle stuff when I coached in the SFLm back in Season 1, you can never underestimate how deadly those sorts of runs can be when you catch the defense slacking. And Albuquerque has already put up 38 points, and we're not even at the end of the third.
Wow, that's pretty impressive, especially after last game only putting up 17. They're really showing they got the offensive wheels too.
Snap is low, the kick is away, and it is through. 38-24 is the current score. And now Lexington down by 14. They're going to need to really pick up the pace.
Yeah, they do. Now people are starting to wonder, well, is this Lexington team the same team that beat Birmingham? Now's the time to show that they are, and they need to get this ball and drive it down the field.
As they say, diamonds are, in fact, made under pressure. As the Miners are going to take it from the 10. There's going to be a penalty on the return. Looks like it'll most likely be a holding.
Holding or blocking the back, one of the two.
That's exactly what it's going to be, and that's going to back up the Miners on a clipping call. So now they're going to have to start it right back at the 13 or 14-yard line.
A long way to go on this drive.
A crucial drive to keep up with this Adams offense. Dave Bird taking a deep drop, surveys the field, doesn't have enough time. Oh, he evades the sack, nearly evaded 2 or 3, and he actually gains a yard.
Wow, that was pure. I mean, he was multiple times. I mean, he just was able to juke a little bit and get away from the defenders. I know the defensive line and Albuquerque's kicking themselves right now.
Second down and 9. 2 wide, 2 in the backfield is the look. Handoff to O'Shaughnessy, and O'Shaughnessy just gets lit up. Nothing goes for him. 3rd and 10 for the Lexington Miners.
Yeah, this is a crucial 3rd down right here, because, if they can't pick this up, it's going to give Albuquerque great field position on the punt.
Dave Bird's got a lot of time in the pocket. Going to throw it deep over the middle, and he's got his man. What a catch! Down to the 42-yard line. And the Lexington Miners, have gotten right back at it. Brian Way, his first reception tonight, and it's a huge one to keep the Miners in it.
Wow, that was just good route running by Brian Way. The coverage was pretty decent. He just kept moving around, and got lucky to get that ball right down the middle. Beautiful throw.
First and 10, 2 wide, 1 in the backfield. Handoff right up the middle to O'Shaughnessy, and O'Shaughnessy gains a single yard on the run, nothing more, nothing less. 2nd and 9 after the tackle by Zlotov.
Yeah, they really need to start getting. It seemed like O'Shaughnessy really was moving it when they got him off tackle, because this defensive line is really stacking them up in the middle right now.
Short drop, throws towards the sideline, caught. First down, and there's a little spin move to bolster it. Catch made by Travis Williams, the tight end. Or actually, no, once again, that was Brian Way.
Nice out route. It looks like the flat they weren't covering, and it was perfect positioning there for him to get a nice gain.
Let's go. 1st and 10.
Stand right up is Dave Burr. Burr going to the outside, going to lose 2 yards on the throw, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, he really didn't lead O'Shaughnessy like he wanted to. If he would have let him, he could have got a nice gain on that play. But, having to turn back around, just couldn't get his hips back around to pick up some yardage.
Second and 12, Dave Burr's got a little bit of time to work with, and he's going to use it to his advantage, gain of 3, making it 3rd and 9 after the reception made by the backup tight end, Lawrence Perry. Third and 9 now, 4 wide and on the backfield. Deep drop by Dave Burr. Burr going over towards sideline is going to be caught in bounds. Nowhere near enough for the first down, though. 4th and 7.
Uh-oh.
And seems to be that the man and Zachary Patton's going to be taking a while to get up. He's going to be injured on that play. Hopefully, hopefully he'll be able to make a stable recovery. Let's see what it may have been.
Just quick out.
Looks like he may have fallen on his arm the wrong way.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
We'll get an update on that injury soon enough, folks. Stay tuned. But now Lexington out to attempt the field goal, which would make it a 38-27 ball game. Kicks away, and it's going to be a long one. It will go through for 3. Herbert Murphy with the long bomb. I think that was about a 40-something yarder, and it's going to make the game that much closer.
Yep. Now Lexington needs to lean on their defense to somehow stop Albuquerque, who just picked up where they left off last half, but doing it on the ground instead of in the air. But Lexington needs to step it up and get a 3 and out here right now.
And they're going to have to get it done from the 27-yard line after the kick return. Third quarter now. It's about 2 minutes and 35 seconds remaining. Albuquerque up 38-27. It's been an all-offensive game for those just tuning in. Albuquerque, of course, 5 touchdowns and a field goal. Meanwhile, Lexington's 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals. First and 10 is going to be a free play for Albuquerque, and they're going to take advantage of it. And it's going to be picked off, but I think with the offsides, that isn't going to mean anything for Bullock.
Very inopportune time to get an offsides. That's against Brogan Sparrow. He's kicking himself for that one. But, that's what Lexington needs to do. They need to really put the pressure on Albuquerque and stop them.
So Trellis Blanton gets a little bit of a lifeline that in the form of that offsides. Handoff to Douglas Brown right up the middle. And Douglas Brown gets the first down up to Albuquerque's 38-yard line, less than 2 minutes to go in the third.
Again, continues to run behind that huge center, Zelly Cummings.
Three wide, one in the backfield. Deep drop for Trellis Blanton. Blanton goes over the middle. That one's going to be a nice little catch. Up to the 44-yard line catch made by Henry Meyer III.
Yeah, Henry Meyer III is having a really nice game. I think that's like his 8th catch. Quick slant right down the middle. Nice catch.
Going to be a short drop for Blanton. Throws short. That one's going to be off the hands of the receiver, 2nd and 10. Second and 10, minute 08 remaining in the third. They're now within the 45. Handoff to Douglas Brown. Douglas Brown's got some room to the outside. Going to be stood up after only gaining 2 yards. Previously, those sorts of things would end in touchdowns.
Yeah, they were really lucky. Their cornerback stood up because it looks like they had a linebacker blitz, and the linebacker ran right past Douglas Brown.
Third and 8, deep drop. Throws short over to the sideline. That was going to be caught in bounds, but it's not going to be enough. 3rd and 2 on Lexington's 35-yard line, and this is probably a little bit too far for Dane Merrow to punt, or to kick, so yeah, they're going to bring out Ralph Bennington.
Yeah, well, it's a good stop for Lexington. Let's hope they don't get pinned down too far, close to their own end zone.
Punt is away. Let's see if they can get into the coffin corner. Going to take an Adam bounce to the 8-yard line, down to the 2, and they're going to say it's at the 3-yard line.
Wow, this is really dangerous for Lexington. In the pros, my team, Vancouver Legion, I can't count how many times we've gotten safeties back here by getting the ball at the 2 or 3-yard line.
Let's go.
They're going to have to rely on the man just shown there, Bailey O'Shaughnessy, to get him out of this sticky situation. Ball's on their own 3-yard line. Off to O'Shaughnessy right up the middle, and O'Shaughnessy gains a yard before he gets the long arm of the law, and that right there should probably bring us to the end of the third quarter. Yes, it will. Get your 4s up in chat, folks. The Albuquerque Adams are up 38-27 in a high-flying game of SFLm football. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching the SFL Minor Leagues on YouTube. Handoff to O'Shaughnessy right up the middle. O'Shaughnessy got room to run. He gets out of the sticky situation, makes it 3rd and 1 on the 12. And I would almost argue to a certain extent the playbook's really open for Lexington Minor.
Definitely. I think now's a good time to, throw a quick out or, check down to O'Shaughnessy in the flats, pick up that 1 yard, because if they try to go up the middle, Albuquerque's had that defensive lineman had their number the whole night.
3rd down and 1. Ball's on the 12-yard line. 2 wide, 1 in the backfield to look for the Miners. Handoff to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy gets the hole, and he's going to get a few yards. for those yards, what they need for the first down, up to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that was nice. They went off tackle that time, was able to get just enough yards to get that first down. So, again, starting to move the ball. Got to keep it up.
Deep drop by Dave Burr. Looking around, going to throw deep over the middle, and it's wide open! Across the middle of the 40, 35 to the 33-yard line. What a catch! Had the entire defense sleeping on that one. Catch was made by number 88. Once again, I think that is Brian Way.
Actually, that's Travis Williams, the tight end.
Oh,
The tight ends are great. You know, they are really key in the SFL, and he shows you why right there. Is just did a long slant down, post down the middle. Beautiful catch and run.
short drop by Dave Burr. Throws towards the corner, and that one's going to be once again caught. Dave Burr, this drive has really focused in, understands the situation, and is moving the Miners down the field with precision.
And if you saw those stats right there, David Garris, 4 receptions, 111 yards. Like you said, deep threat, got 2 touchdowns. He's really having a great game today.
1st and 10, ball's on the 14-yard line now. Deep drop by Dave Burr, throws towards the sideline, going to be caught inbounds. Lunging for the first down, not going to get it. Catch is made by David Grays once again.
Nice short out pattern, and it was put in a perfect position to allow him to turn his hips and get up the field, get a nice gain out of that.
Second and 1. Handoff right up the middle to O'Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy powers forward. Touchdown, Miners. It's back to a 1-possession ball game.
Oh, that time O'Shaughnessy was able to really power through an off tackle and get that touchdown. Where, you know, it's surprising because they actually were running, Albuquerque was running a 5-2 defense there, ready and waiting for that run. But Shaughnessy was able to power through.
Snaps a little bit low, but the kick is away. It's going to be through. 38-34. It's a 4-point gap between these two ball clubs, and you could not ask for a better game for Week 2 of SFLm.
No, this is one of those great games. You know, Lexington is really, you know, staying in there and showing their heart and really pushing Albuquerque to the limit. And they really got a chance here. They got to stop Albuquerque at least one time here so they can get the ball back.
As Albuquerque takes up past the 32-yard line. Quick check-in on the other game now over in Birmingham, Alabama. Right as the third quarter is wrapping up there, it's 10-10 between the Tacoma Grizzlies and the Birmingham Fuel. Meanwhile, of course, here in New Mexico, it is 38-34. You know, James, the IFL kicked off tonight, and maybe the Adams are paying tribute to their fellow indoor team, the Duke City Gladiators, and putting out a high-scoring contest for us.
Yeah, you never know. They might have had a little talk before the game.
Gain of 7 on the throw to, I think that was Nate Ritter's. Yes, it was. And again, you know, it's these perfect short little throws that you need to do if you're in a position like Albuquerque where you need to score, but you also want to burn a lot of clock.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I mean, a lot of these short passes in the SFL are just like run plays. They continue to burn the clock, and they move you down the field methodically. And that's what Albuquerque wants to do right now. They want to chew up that clock.
2nd and 3, short drop, throws over the middle. That one's going to be caught at the 45 up to the 43-yard line. Nice throw and catch by the Adams once again. And I think that is, once again, yes, that is Nate Ritters.
Yeah, well, Josh Rowe was right in there, had the coverage, but the ball was placed perfectly where only Raiders could catch it, and there's nothing the Rowe could do to stop it.
Short drop once again from Blantis, and Blanton, sorry, folks. And, Zachary Panton's going to be out for the remainder of this ball game. Fractured arm on the play. Ouch,
Wow.
that hurts.
Yeah. Daryl Bullock missed a beautiful opportunity to really snag a interception and go to pick six. I mean, he was wide open. The whole sideline was empty, and he had a real chance there.
4 wide, 1 in the backfield for the Adams. Looking around, throws short, and it's going to be a gain of about 5 on the play. 3rd and 5. Ball to the 38.
Wow, look at Dave Burr. He 323 yards for Lexington, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He's really putting on a clinic right now.
Third down and 5. Very deep drop from Trellis Blanton. And Blanton goes towards the end zone. And Nate Ritters gets it in. 44 points on the board. It's another touchdown for the Adams.
Wow. Looks like the defense was looking in the backfield. Free safety Mike Little just let the receiver behind him wide open. Wide open. That you can't do that if you want to win this game. I know they're looking for these a big play, but that's a big play the wrong way.
Extra points on the way, and it is through. 45-34. It's been just a complete offensive shootout this entire game, folks. I've never seen 2 teams in the minors both go at such just balls to the wall pace throughout the entire game.
Oh yeah, I mean they're just both going for it and just letting it all hang out, and someone's got to make a stop, and if no one makes a stop, Albuquerque is going to win this game. It's almost like last team score is going to win.
Couldn't agree with you more there. Games it currently seems to be that last team is Albuquerque. But with 7 minutes and 6 seconds. What?
They've got now two scores now. It's 11 points. So they really need to get down, score, and then stop Albuquerque. This probably be they're only the second to last drive here.
If things are going, that would be the case. Handoff to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy gets to the outside, nearly breaks the tackle. Up to the 37-yard line, gain of 5 on the play.
Shaughnessy still having a decent game, but Douglas Brown right now is overshadowing him a little bit, and the 155 yards, but they really need to get this ball moving down the field.
And it's going to be another move out from Dave Burr, goes down for a sack. 3rd and 7 now, and the clock is still winding.
That was beautiful. Defensive lineman, he got in there, disrupted the handoff, because that was supposed to be a handoff to O'Shaughnessy, and Burr had nowhere to go with that.
3rd and 7, all wide, none of the backfield. Short throw underneath, going to be an incompletion. 4th and 7.
That was a tough ball to catch, really, really low. So this is going to be a tough one for Lexington. They're going to put some more pressure on their defense to try to stop Albuquerque so they can get the ball back.
So now, barring a punt return, they're going to need to really step up their defense on this drive. Punt is away. It is high flying fielded at the 28, 29 yard line up to the 30.
Yeah, the way this game is going, Lexington has to stop Albuquerque. If Albuquerque scores again, it's going to be really, really tough for Lexington to come back on them.
First and 10, 3 wide, 1 in the backfield. Deep drop for Trellis Blanton. Blanton goes to the sideline once again, and that one's going to be out of the hands of the wide receiver. 2nd and 10.
Uh-oh. Looks like we have another injury.
Oh, it's Mackenzie Traeger, the backup wide receiver. Seems to be that these two offenses have pushed each other to the limit, and now some of their players are at their breaking points.
Yeah, it looks like the hit by the free safety, Josh Rowell, might have had something to do with it. He might have hurt his arm. It'll be interesting if the other wide receiver hurts his arm as well. Not where you want the wide receiver to be hurt.
2nd and 10, the heavy set is what Albuquerque's coming out in. Handoff up the middle to Douglas Brown, and Douglas Brown gets taken down for a loss of 1.
Nice stop by defensive line there. That's what they need to do. They got 3rd and 11. They got to prevent the long pass. And that's actually what's been their Achilles heel right now. So time to step up and make this play matter.
3rd and 11. This is everything for the Miners defense. Moving around is Blantis, and the tip is up, and it is down. Incomplete. Radenbush. What a play for him to give his team another lifeline.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed to have a chance to come back on this Albuquerque Adams team. Now the offense has got to put it together.
Punts a little low, and the punt is away. Feel it right around the 30 by Lexington. Lexington's going to set up shop at the 37.
Well, they have some nice field position to start this drive. Now they need to take advantage of it and really, they need to still keep O'Shaughnessy a little bit. They don't want to sell out to the pass, but they really got to get the ball moving.
Handoff right up the middle to O'Shaughnessy, going to gain 3 yards, making it 2nd down and 7. Second and 7 now, 4 wide, 1 in the backfield. Handoff to O'Shaughnessy to the outside. Now O'Shaughnessy's got a little bit of room to work with. Gain of about 7 or 8, going to be a 1st down. 2 wide to the bottom, 1 wide to the top for the Miners. Deep drop from Burr. Again, it's going to be a nice little throw. Oh, what a nice catch. Gain of 1 on the play.
Yeah, he was almost able to throw the first tackler, but not able to get past the second.
Deep drop by Dave Burr. Throws over to the sideline. That was going to be tipped incomplete. 3rd and 9.
Wow, that was some great closing speed by Don Fletcher, because the receiver was open on that play when the ball was thrown by about 3 or 4 yards, but Fletcher was able to jump up and knock the ball away just in time.
Third down and 9. Four wide, 1 in the backfield. Dave Burr himself is in the shotgun. Burr looking downfield. Got a lot of time. Not enough, though. He's going to go down for a sack. Loss of 6 on the play.
Wow, that defensive line for Albuquerque is really, really giving it to Lexington, And it's not like they have a lot of star players, You know, they only have one star player on the defensive end, Brogan Sparrow. So, you know, this is a lot to do with coaching. Defensive coordinator on the Albuquerque Adams is calling some good plays.
Fourth and 15, they're going for it. Goes down to the sideline, and that was going to be incomplete. Turnover on downs, and if they get just one more score, this should be done and dusted.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's 11 right now. It's two scores. You know, we've seen stranger things happen, so it would be be in Albuquerque's best interest to get a touchdown to put it out of reach. 3 minutes and 35 seconds is a long time in the SFL minors.
Yeah, and we've crazier things happen. First and 10, heavy set for the Adams. Hand off to Douglas Brown on the outside. Douglas Brown, he's got some room to run, gets 8 on the play.
Yeah, it looked like if he would have bounced it out a little bit further to the outside, he would have had some room. I thought he was going to do that, but it was a nice run regardless.
Let's go.
Second and 2. A couple first downs would pretty much ensure a victory for the Adams. Handoff up the middle to Douglas Brown, and Douglas Brown spins around, gets down to the 28-yard line. Another first down, and really Albuquerque has now gotten the lock on at least getting it to the 2-minute warning.
Definitely. You wonder if Lexington should call a timeout here. But, you know, they need their defense to put up a few stops.
One final play before the 2-minute warning. Handoff to Douglas Brown on the outside. He's got room, and he's going to get laid out at the 21. That's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Albuquerque currently on pace to seal the deal within the next few plays, but Lexington still got a few tricks up its sleeve. Don't go anywhere, folks. Anything can happen in the minor leagues. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. Handoff up the middle to Douglas Brown again. Douglas Brown gets the first down up to the 15, and now Lexington's going to have to start burning timeouts.
Yeah, definitely. You know, at this rate, you know, Albuquerque, you know, they have a chance to go in there and put it away if they get a touchdown, but they don't really need to. If they continue to just move the ball a little bit, I think they can close out this game.
Handoff to Douglas Brown to the inside. Got a nice little counter run. Gain of 5 on the play. Gets it down to the 10, and Lexington's going to have to burn another timeout.
Yeah, you know, I think that's really the key to the game here is really, you know, Albuquerque got their running game going and just as well as their passing game, and Lexington wasn't able to. And Albuquerque had both sides of the phases of the offense working to a T.
Handoff of the middle to Douglas Brown, and Douglas Brown runs right into the heart of the defense. 3rd and 2. 1 first down should seal the deal.
Yeah. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown, and we'll see what happens here. Always a chance for a fumble, though.
3rd and 2, handoff to Douglas Brown up the middle. He's got the rope, touchdown! Albuquerque's dropped 50 points in the game. And with the extra point, they will tie Annapolis for the record of most points scored by a single team in an SFLm game.
Yeah, you can tell this Albuquerque Adams team may have only brought back 2 players from their SFLm championship team from last season, but you can tell the coaches really know how to put their players in position to have good games, and they did it here again.
Kick is up, and it is through, and that is the record tied for this Adams offense.
And even though Lexington is going to go on to lose this game, they put up a really good fight. I think they showed that last week was no fluke. They're going to be a tough team throughout this SFLm season. So look forward to seeing more from them.
Lexington passed the 20, passed the 30, and it's going to be 1st and 10, balls on the 31. First and 10, short drop by Dave Burr, throws over the middle. That was going to be up in the air, nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10, and Mackenzie Traeger, also a fractured arm. 2 fractured arms within the span of this ball game.
Wow, these teams really beat each other up, didn't they? Wow. I don't know if I've seen, actually, I think I have seen 2 injuries in a game before.
Second and 18, empty backfield look for the Miners. Deep drop for Dave Burr, short throw over the middle. That was going to be caught for a first down up to the 48-yard line. And now the Miners are going to have to scramble up and get set once again for another play. And it's going to be another picked off by the Adams. That's going to be the ball game.
Most definitely, most definitely.
Again, though, it's nothing to really slouch for here for the Lexington Miners to really just to keep up with the Adams throughout most of this ball game. That is not an easy feat.
No, they definitely had a good game, and the scores, seem like the defenses didn't show up, but the defenses had some good showings as well. They just there's a few too many big plays, but overall, the defenses did a pretty good job on this game.
Yeah. For the Miners, they continue on their little trek around the league's toughest opponents, it seems. As next week they head up to Ottawa, Ontario, to take on the Cavalry. That's gonna be fun.
Wow.
To say the least.
Yeah.
2 very competitive teams going up head to head. You always love to see it. Meanwhile, for the Adams, they're also going to hit the road. Or actually, they're going to stay right here in New Mexico and take on the Tacoma Grizzlies, who are currently beating the Birmingham Fuel 17-10. And that looks like that's what that final score is going to be.
Yeah, this is a tough beginning to the Lexington Miners SFLm journey, but this is going to help them too, facing this stiff competition. Yeah, they beat up on the Birmingham Fuel, but they play a tough game here, and they're going another tough game. So they're going to grow from these games, and it's going to make them stronger. And I think they're definitely got a good chance to compete for the championship.
So with all that in mind, the Albuquerque Adams win this game here at their own home stadium, and they set records doing it. 499 yards. Of course, they also tied the SFLm record for most points by a team in a game at 52. Again, as we said, no slouch to Lexington. They held up their end of the bargain.
Yeah, and then the difference was really those long runs by Douglas Brown. I mean, he really broke out in the second half. 190 some yards rushing. You know, both of these quarterbacks threw for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. So, you know, the difference was the breakout by Brown in the second half. And, you know, I would expect that he's probably going to be the player of the game. As good a game as Charles Blanton had, you know, those big, huge runs were really key.
Yeah, again, like once he was able to really come out, Douglas Brown, that second half, he proved that he is an insanely dangerous and effective running back in this league. You know, getting those big plays, getting those big runs. He showed why, you know, as much as I kind of criticized him during the second half, why he really is, you know, among the better ones around here. That experience really helped him out.
Yeah, I mean, he's the number 3 rated running back in the SFLm minors, and you know the team used him well. They got him out to the outside. They stopped trying to put him up the middle all the time. He did a few things up the middle, but really getting off tackle was the key for him. And once they did that, he was off to the races.
Yeah, getting that stuff going.
But it also shows you that with Lexington, you know, they the way O'Shaughnessy goes is the way they go. It seems. They were able to move the ball better last week.
And player of the honors goes to Douglas Brown. I mean, really, you can't say anything more. 4 rushing touchdowns in a single game. Like, that is unheard of levels. Either way, that's going to bring us to the end of our coverage of SFLm action here, folks. The Albuquerque Adams win 52-34 over the Lexington Miners. We say, I'm Jack Brown alongside James Walters, and we say thank you for tuning in all game long, and have a great rest of your night full of SFLm action.